Hi everyone. Sorry. Hi everyone. This is a video for Scorpio rising. So if you are Scorpio ASC, then this is a video for you. Make it dark. Even though this would actually be very much fitting for the video. So okay, what is Scorpio? Scorpio is a water sign. It's fixed, meaning it's stubborn. It's ruled by Mars and co-ruled by Pluto, and it is overall ruled by the 8th house. Now, what is the 8th house? The 8th house is dealing with your deep desires, your deep secrets, sex, regeneration, transformating, meaning one day you were like this, and then something happened and you stopped being like that completely. Or death, meaning one time you made a sandwich, you ate it, it transformed, it became very mushy, it wasn't a sandwich anymore, you swallowed it, and then it became poo. So see, all of that shit transformed, but that's just like a one example of what transformation is. Because Scorpios can transform themselves and transform their physical appearance also, and transform their personal life, right? So now, and Pluto, let's talk about, Pluto is basically also doing that, what the 8th house is doing, and Mars is also about your intention, your passion, your willpower, just basically overall your intentions, like what you intend to do in the world. That's why Aries and Scorpios can always feel people's intentions, even without people actually saying it with words coming from their mouth. Well, now if we have all of those things in the first house, right? Wow. If you have those things in the first house, so you appear to be very intimidating. You probably are a very intimidating person. Because now the thing with Scorpio rising people's eyes, they just have something very magnetic about their eyes. Something very, very magnetic. But here's what I thought about. I thought about the entire experience of dying. If you've ever stood on a very high building and you look down, that intensity of knowing you could die at any moment. That's what Scorpios carry. That's the whole thing of death. If you've ever looked at that, that's the exact same feeling you can get from a Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, or Mars, or whatever. If you just go on a very high top roof, look down, and tell me how just feel how intimidating that shit is, and feel how intense that experience is. And then that's basically what the Scorpio risings, that's what they appear to. That's the emotional that's the emotion that they carry, just that exact feeling. But on a positive side, Scorpios can help you heal, right? So you also, but anyway, that's not even about that. So you appear to be very intimidating. You appear to have many secrets, and a lot of people may want to know those secrets, right? And then you, as a Scorpio rising, you may be like, dude, what the fuck? Leave me the fuck alone. Jesus Christ. Sometimes you're just chilling. There's nothing, there's really nothing for you to be hiding. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be one of those Scorpios that grew up with I don't know, Piscean mothers, or Virgo mother, or Cancer mothers that allowed you to accept your feelings and shit, and not be so overly dramatically secretive about your secrets. You know what I'm saying? And then other people just sense that shit from you, and they try to push out something come on, tell me, what's up with you, yeah. But yeah, physically you may even like wearing darker colors, but you get Scorpio risings that do gravitate towards more light colors and shit, so in your personal life, you like to take control over your personal life. You even may like to take control of other people's personal lives, and overpower them, and then tell them how to manage their personal lives, period. you know. Maybe the type of person that is very controlling also, or you have other people around you that want to control your personal life too, you know. And then and sometimes you even have situations where you go through something really catastrophic and it completely transforms you, and it transforms your physical appearance first of all, and then it transforms like your personal issues, you know. So one day I don't know, you've been jogging this specific route your whole life, and then one day, I don't know, you trip and fall, you fuck up your leg, right? And then that whole experience just transforms the way, like, it transforms you, and you decide that you're never gonna run ever again in your life, and then you don't. See, boom, you just transformed in. But yeah, for the most part, you appear to be very intense. You appear to be very secretive. You appear to um be just like have a lot of like, you're very sexy, basically. You're very sexual. People probably just want to fuck you, or they hate you. Or they're very obsessed with you. So that's the vibe. And then in your second house, you're gonna have Sagittarius, right? So your sense of value comes from when you are gaining higher, when you're gaining wisdom from these experiences. Cause see, with the Scorpio rising, you're going through so much shit, right? And now you gain value from understanding the philosophy of why people go through shit and why you go through shit, right? And then when you understand these things, you're like, oh shit, oh my god, I went through that and I'm still alive, and I'm strong as hell, you know? And boom, that's how you gain your self-worth, through understanding these things that you've gone through, things that you have gone through. Right? So it's like um you gain what's this? You gain value, you have self-value when you are like being a spiritual being, or when you're like even religious, yeah, when you're religious. So you may be a Scorpio rising and you're a Christian or whatever, and then you gain your emotional or not emotional stability, but you gain stability from religion, you know. And then that's where you gain your self-worth, you know. And then your third house, you have Capricorn, right? So Capricorn is about sense, things that make sense. So I feel like with your siblings or with your friends, you're the friend that is always quiet. You're always quiet, and you only say things when you have something that, like, you only say something when it means something, or you say something when you're correcting someone. You only say something when or you may attract friends like this. Like, so it's either you are like this or you have friends like this. Because also third house deals with your siblings too. So your siblings may have been like this. Your siblings may have been people that were like very much about like their order and their structure and their business and stuff. And then the only time you guys would hang out and kick it is if you guys were helping each other with your careers, you know. Or you may only have friends that are about their careers, you know, and then you guys help each other with with your careers, you know. You may be friends with people that are about some shit, you know what I'm saying. And then your fourth house is, wait, actually I can even talk more about it in the third house of Capricorn. But yeah, you don't, I feel like you have friends also that are like kind of quiet, you know, and you guys are kind of like low-key competitive with each other. You may compete with your siblings, like who's gonna be the most successful, or even with your friends. Like, and now it could be friendly competition, but it could also be the type of thing where it's like your friends are your enemies, like your secret enemies, and you guys are maybe like you're only friends to maybe, okay, on the positive end, you're friends and you're competitive, right? But this competition is only to like, like help each other be the best versions of yourself and do better, you know. And then your fourth house is Aquarius, right? So now Aquarius is like very flighty and wishy-washy and detached. So you, as an Aquarius fourth house person, your home might have been very much cold, like no emotions. People didn't show no emotion. People didn't give a fuck about your emotions. You may have had your father, your mother that just disappeared. They just disappeared. Like, you grew up, you saw your dad until you were 2, and then one day you just never saw him again. Like, you just ghosted. This could be your mom or your dad or your siblings or whoever. They just ghosted. You didn't see them again, and then when you did see them, You saw them at a weird time. Like you saw them at spa while you were on the phone with your friend, yelling at your friend, and then you look over and you see your dad, and you're like, what the fuck? And then you're like, hold on, friend. You look down, you're like, hold on, friend, I'll call you back. You look up again, and you don't see him again. You know, that kind of shit. Because Aquarius energy is like very sporadic, and it's very like scattered. It's very scattered, you know what I'm saying? And it's in and out, you know. It's unique, original. But on the positive side, you may have grown up in a very cool, unique house, you know, like you didn't grow up how your friends grew up. The things that you did as a child were very much different to how you like your friends grew up, you know. You may have like for example, let's say you and your family, I don't know, every Monday you go outside and you take a shower outside because you have a shower outside, and I don't know, whatever you do, you like wear costumes, you have costume night on Mondays, and then I don't know, you watch Star Wars or something like that. But all your other friends on Mondays, they're like doing homework or something. You know what I'm saying? You may have grown up in that kind of environment. I know that was a stupid analogy, but you get my point. Like you may have grown up in a very unique family. Your mom may be a weirdo. Your mom may be one of those weirdo ladies that like dye their hair, or like they just like, but okay, on one side, if your mom is like that, she probably would have been like a really cool mom that was like, man, do your thing. She may have been her own individual, you know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, bruh, I won't tell you what to do your thing, I don't give a fuck. You know, you may have had parents like that weren't really too strict on you, that but like they were their own individuals, but they didn't really like give any room for you to be emotionally vulnerable, because Aquarius is an air sign and it's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn don't give a fuck about emotions, and air is also not dealing with the emotions. So I feel like even with this, you as a Scorpio rising, um like it kind of makes you very emotional because you didn't grow up. It makes you emotionally intense because, and like very sensitive to emotions, because you didn't grow up with nurturing emotions, you know, like the people in your, like what makes you see, another thing is what makes you comfortable is like weird people that aren't so, because on a positive side, that you like people and you emotionally comfortable people that like don't really spew out all their emotional baggage on you, you know, and you also, you feel comfortable with that, you know what I'm saying? But it could go so many ways. Yeah, and then with your Pisces in your fifth house, so if you have Pisces in the fifth house, then you enjoy being in your illusions, right? Because like Pisces and the fifth house have a lot in common, even though it's an in conjunction sign, even though they're in conjunctions, right? They're both dealing with creativity and like just like not childlike spirit, because that's really more so the third and the fifth house, but creativity for the most part. You know, just 12th house is subconscious creativity, just the imagination, and then fifth house is the expression. You know, so here you put these two together. If you're Pisces in the fifth house, you like to express your dreams and your imaginations and your illusions. You probably like to and this is, I feel like this is, I know Jaden Smith is a Scorpio rising, and Justin Bieber is also a Scorpio rising, you know. But if you look at Jaden Smith, he's very expressive of those like imagination, illusionary, high philosophy, romantic, I love you but I'm a stalker and you ignored me, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You may like to express yourself in a very imaginary, elusive way. You know, I feel like these are you enjoy poetry as a Scorpio rising, as a Scorpio rising. You like going to the theater. You like watching plays, watching movies. You know, you like going to art galleries. You like weird clothes with like cool paintings on them. Also, you may like doing drugs for fun. You know, cause that's Pisces be doing drugs if they're not about like the other side of like illusions and I guess the safe side of being in an imagination. So yeah, you may just be careful as a Scorpio rising that you don't overdose on drugs. because that does happen. That could happen, especially if you have no self-control. No fucking self-control, bro. But yeah, as a Scorpio rising with your Pisces in the 5th house, you may do a lot of drugs. You may like to drink. You may like to get fucked up. You may like to fuck also. You probably do like to fuck a lot. But you also like you enjoy being emotionally in tune with people, because Pisces is dealing with the subconscious of the world. So you enjoy doing all of that. You enjoy being subconsciously connected with people, especially people you fuck with, for sure. Again, your 6th house is Aries. So your 6th house is dealing with your health, your routines, your schedules, your things that you do on a day-to-day basis, right? Swag. So with Aries in your 6th house, right? Like I said, 6th house is dealing with your health. If you have Aries in your 6th house, Aries is kind of like a selfish sign, Also, not see Aries doesn't really give a fuck about their health like that, because they don't really. So I feel like even as a Scorpio rising, you may not really care about your health. You know what I'm saying? You don't really. You may eat whatever you want to eat. You eat whatever you want to eat, and not unless like, because it could also be like, because Aries also wants to be the best. So you may be the one. You may want to be the best at being healthy. You know what I'm saying? You may be like you may be aggressively healthy. That's what I'm trying to say. You may overdo shit, like overdo health. You may like overwork your health, overdo like over exercise. That's what I'm saying. You may either not give a fuck at all about your health like that, or you may overly do it. Yeah, and then your 7th house is gonna be Taurus. So as a Scorpio rising right now, opposite being Taurus, you like your one-on-one connections with people, you build stability off of that, right? And I feel like our Tauruses are really good listeners, and yes, they're stubborn, but they're very good listeners, right? And with Scorpio and being your rising sign, you in your one-on-ones, you like to build stability, and you like to carefully listen to what people are saying, and you attract people that are like very calm people, because you already in your life, there's like so much shit going on, so many emotions and like wishy-washy things. So you attract people that are very like stable. You attract people that are very like secure. People that can be somewhat of a crutch to you. But just careful that you don't like use these people, or that you don't, because you probably will be very possessive with these people, or you may attract possessive people, because Taurus is a very possessive sign along with Scorpio. So you may attract very possessive people, but people that are very, very calm. And you as a Scorpio rising may be like, guys, no, like give me some passion, like give me something, and a Taurus is not like that. Tauruses don't like the smoke like that, so you may even try to like get it out of them, but for the most part, you're gonna appreciate and you're gonna attract a lot of people, or even just like the general one-on-one conversations that you have with people. You attract loyal people, basically. You attract loyal people, and you attract people that are possessive and like are very like they view you as like, no, you my friend, you my boyfriend, you my girlfriend, that type of thing, so yeah. And then your 8th house is Gemini. So you are gonna feel okay. Now I feel like here's the thing with Gemini, right? Gemini people, like Gemini's they're not so good at keeping secrets, right? Because a Gemini might accidentally say something about you, and then only realize later that, oh shit, I told on you, I told you beef. I told you secrets, and I told people who you beefing with and all of that shit. So this is the little in conjunction, but I feel like for the most part, if you have Gemini in your 8th house, you just from communicating with people, you can like you get people's secrets just by communicating with them, or even like this the right amount of words to say to someone so that they can tell their secrets. Or may attract other people like this, where other people know the right words to say so that you can tell your tea. You can spill the tea, spill the bean, you know. Or just even based or you may attract people like this, or you may have people in your life that are like this, way they set up like little traps with their words. So, but they don't say things directly. They may direct a conversation so that you end up saying something that they want to find out, or you may be doing this. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like most of the time it's probably you doing this, because you, as a Scorpio rising, you know the psychological makeup of people, and why someone would, and like how to get someone to say what they want to say. So you can direct the emotions and direct the conversation in a specific way so that people tell on themselves, you know? Um, yeah. And then in your ninth house, did I say ninth house? Scorpion. I think ninth house. Ninth house will be Cancer. Yeah, so ninth house in Cancer, and then 10th house would be, yeah, okay. Ninth house in Cancer, right? If you have your ninth house in Cancer, then you are emotional, because Cancer is dealing with the emotions anyway, and the ninth house is wisdom and knowledge and higher education and philosophy, right? And overall just wisdom, period. So if you have Cancer in the ninth house, you are emotionally wise, right? And I feel like this is the whole, like it builds up from the eighth house, where you know how to get people into direct and like share their depth and things that they've been through, and what makes them be the way that they are, right? So once that happens in the eighth house, in the ninth house, you become emotionally intelligent, and you know, oh, okay, other people go through these things because when they were young, their childhood shaped them to believe this, and shaped them to believe that they should do this, and their coping mechanisms are like this and this and this and this and this. And then you also do that with yourself. So now you are emotionally smart with yourself, but obviously, as within so without. So once you gain emotional intelligence, then you know how to give other people emotional intelligence and enlighten them, so yeah. And then your 10th house being Leo, right? So here's the thing now, I know a lot of Scorpio rising people that gain a lot of attention. Now, off the back, right? If you have a Scorpio rising, you already like have this demeanor about you, where people want to know about you, and wow, you're so interesting. But now if you have Leo, because Leo is the sun, right? And Leo, wherever Leo is at, is where you're gonna get attention from, and where you attract attention, right? So now Leo in your 10th house, you automatically, like, how you go about things in the world, you don't even have to do much. Like, you just get attention. You, like, your status quo, you just like get, one of those people that just get, you may be one of those people that you post you like facial pictures on Instagram, and you just get like mad likes. You post videos on Instagram, YouTube, you just get mad likes, just because you get like a lot of attention, because you have Leo, you have the sun in your 10th house, and you're in heaven. This is really cool though, because you get attention for your creativity and for expressing yourself. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, just know, if you're Scorpio rising, just you expressing yourself in a very creative, artistic way, because Leo is very artistic and creative and childlike. If you express yourself in that way, you're gonna get attention automatically. You know what I'm saying? Just find whatever unique creative expression that works for you, and then once you start posting that on social media and putting it up on a platform for other people to see, then you just start getting attention from that. Like, that's your midheaven. You know what I'm saying? And like, you're also very, like, I feel like you don't like people telling you how to express yourself. Like, let's say you're in the entertainment industry, the Scorpio rising, and you have Leo in your midheaven. You don't like other people telling you what to do, how to express yourself, because also with the Scorpio rising, you like taking power and control over your own life, over your own personal issues, right? And once again, like I said before, some people will come into your life to take power and control over you, you know, to control you. So you need to know like how to fucking connect your own, well, control your own life, or like direct your own life, you know what I'm saying? And then we have your 11th house is Virgo. So Virgo being in your 11th house. So Virgo is your health routine, schedules, and whatever. And the 11th house rules your associations, things that you're unfamiliar with, um, territories that you haven't explored, you know, just places that you haven't really, that you don't know of, you know. Like, let's say you grew up in, I don't know, Cape Town your whole life, and then you move to Jersey. You know, Jersey is like, it's unfamiliar to you, you know. So then you meet associates, and then you start associating yourself with people that you don't know, but you obviously will know because now you're associating yourself with them. So with your, if you have Virgo here, which is a sign of health and routine, I feel like you probably, it's weird. See, it's weird having like Virgo in the 11th house. So I feel like you like how you connect with people and how you are associated with people will always have to do with your house. So you may like meet a friend on Instagram that does yoga, and then they live like I said, you are, you're in Cape Town your whole life, and then you move to Jersey, right? But while you're in Cape Town, you follow this girl who does yoga, right? And she's a vegan, and you start talking to her, and then you move to Jersey, but now she's an associate, right? So you move to Jersey, so now she's the only person that you know. So you met her through social media, aka the 11th house, and then you were talking about like health and shit, which is the 6th house. So I feel like you meet people based on health. So even, yeah, you just meet people. You have random meetups with people due to communicating about health or even mental health, you know, just any kind of health, schedule, routines, all of that. And then last but not least, your 12th house, which will be Libra. So subconsciously you are a lover. You're a lover, you know, you are okay, so Libra also sometimes likes to stir the pot, but like low key, right? But only they only stir the pot low key just because they don't, either they feel like they're not getting the recognitions that they deserve, or they've been stepped on so much, so now they need to stir the pot, or they feel like there needs to be some drama happening so that they can like take control and then play the mediator, you know. But also Libra is also very sweet, you know, very considerate and very charming. So subconsciously you are these things. Subconsciously you stir up shit. Subconsciously, you are a mediator. You know, subconsciously you like drama only so that you could be the one that takes power and control over it and then solve it yourself. Subconsciously you are a lover. Subconsciously you're very considerate. Subconsciously very artistic. You know, subconsciously you're very elegant, you know, because Libra is very elegant and very structured, because once again it's also exalted in Saturn. So yeah, that's my video on Scorpio rising, and I'll see you in another video.